did not use tinted glass vehicle. So the point is this: we must not run away from what the law says. The same way you have a right to life, as a fundamental human right, guaranteed under the Constitution, secured under the international instruments, that same way you have a right not to be discriminated on account of your creed, your religion, your sex, your ethnic origin, or your political status in the society. Let me tell you why I feel very passionate about this. Even as an undergraduate, when my degree result was seized by the University of Nigeria, I went to court on the same ground, that the University of Nigeria refused to release my degree result and recommend me to the Nigerian Law School on account of my political views, and that was discriminatory. The court upheld it. So if I could do that as a student, it is not now that I have a full wig on my head that I cannot reason in that direction. The law, they say, is an act. In my lay, if I want to put it for the layman, I can tell you it's almost like the Bible. If you are not in the spirit and you read the Bible, you will not hear anything. In the same way, if you do not have a purpose for which you studied this law, you will see the law and you will not recognize it.
That is on one angle. But how do we begin to address, I mean, because we've seen a host of complaints as well, even on the directive itself, whether that was supposed to cover everybody or not. I mean, so some people have said, okay, for security reasons. Now we're beginning to hear that you have to obtain a permit, which costs about 15,000 naira if your car has a tint on it, even if it's factory tint. And then how does that stop your car from being a security risk? If that is the condition, is this some money-making venture? What do you make of that particular argument?
I had tried to, refrain from going into the details of the matter for the obvious reasons. But I also find that from the reports I'm reading, I read my friend, Mr. Frank Mba, yesterday on the Nations. What he's saying is not what I'm saying. We're not on the same page regarding the issues that have brought me to the court. If you take a look at what he's trying to say, he holds the view that even the law, the extant law, from where they drew the authority to exercise the discretion that they exercise, gave them that power. We don't have any problem with that. We are saying that, assuming without conceding that you relied on that particular law, you cannot see it through. The reason being that that other law, don't forget, it's not the Constitution. It is a legislation. It is known as the Tinted Glass Prohibition of Tinted Glass Vehicle Prohibition Act. So it is an act of legislation,
of which the Constitution is supposed.
If that act operates in violation of my constitutional right from discrimination, that other act shall, to the extent of that inconsistency, be null and void. That is what the Supreme Court has said. And these are the issues that, in respect of which we expected the Office of the Inspector General of Police to calm down, deal with the other fundamental issues. Leave this tinted glass thing. Let us finish with it in court, and then you can do what you want to do.
And just as you say, it's not about, I mean, you have fine gentlemen on the force, but this is about institutions. Of course. And it has to be.
They are my friends. I must tell you. Okay. They are my friends.
All right, then. Thank you for coming on.
God bless you.
Malachy Ugwumadu, legal practitioner. In the meantime, they have to stay action.
They have to.
That's what the law requires.
If they don't, we take the next step. And you know, we delight in doing things like this.
That should be in the realm of contempt.
Of course. And it will be gratifying to see processes initiated to imprison my Inspector General of Police.
All right, then.
Who enforces it will be the next challenge. But then we'll get there.
Interesting. Okay. Well, back after this, so just hold on. Join us again.
The exciting moments of the channel's National Kids Cup are here again as Season 5 begins. This year's edition is bigger and better as only 4 winners from Lagos will slug it out with 12 emerging champions from other states across the nation. Only schools in Lagos are required to pick up their forms for the Lagos preliminaries at the channel's corporate headquarters in Sherry North free of charge. Entry for the competition closes on April the 26th. For more details, call Irene on 0802 528 0149, Nodi on 0803 468 4579, Ola on 0803 477 4833. Channels National Kids Cup, catching them young.
Entrepreneurship development, a phenomenon which international economic organizations and nations, Nigeria included, have unanimously agreed has the ticket to economic independence and development. That's why the Bank of Industry believes that every brilliant idea holds the potential of a profitable business. For when money is hard to get, the Bank of Industry comes to the rescue. So watch BOY Weekly every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. as we take you through the world where every idea becomes a successful business.
Welcome back. Well, let's see if we've got some time. Oh, yes, we do. Edits, we're talking about scrapping of NECO jam. Edit says, look, scrapping of jam will not cost the student more because presently the student pays for jam forms as well as pay for aptitude tests of the schools chosen. So, what's the big deal?
And Francis says the government needs to expand your investors with quality, human quality resource. I want to believe that's what it means, and other resources. Quality, human, and other resources. Okay.
Well, for Chika, freedom comes with big responsibility. Journalists should exercise caution, especially when reporting exclusives. That's on press freedom.
Caution? I don't know what that means. Well, okay. Keep your questions and comments coming through. We'll be glad to read from you. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I'm Chamberlain. Also.
Well, thank you. I'm Malachy Ugwumadu.
Well, many thanks, and Sulaiman Alede. Looks like it's pouring.
At first, it's only anticipation that something is about to happen. This is one thing that makes life interesting. To compete not only with players across the field, but across the world. It makes me feel joy when we win and sorrow when we lose. The action and reactions to life, falling, dropping, despite the all. I love it because it brings me tears. Tears of victory, tears of joy. The skill that leads to the pass that leads to the shot that leads to the goal that determines the ultimate. Channel Sports, defining the moment of true sport.
Understand our world, you have to seek opinions from all angles of the story and then question everything.
It's not about Boko Haram and northern states. It's about the entire country.
Are you telling me Ghanaians are more honest than Nigeria?
You have 1 million policemen. They're not equipped, they're not trained, they're not intelligent.
We are making progress. If you like, don't call it amnesty. If you like, call it thinking.
There are changes, and we want those changes acknowledged first. There's a saying in my community that when a man does well and you pat him on the back, he will do better.
The only way to get the answer is to ask the question. Welcome to Question Time.